All right, we're going to talk about the 49ers offense against the Colts, and ooh-wee, did they make some mistakes. So I want to focus on 7 plays specifically. The first 2 are going to be RPOs, and then just 5 mistakes that they have made. And just because they made them this game doesn't mean that they haven't been making them all season. They can't get out of their own way. And as you can see on this play, when the 49ers block well, when the 49ers do what they're supposed to do, which was the case for a lot of running plays against the Colts, they're really tough to beat. Unfortunately, that just hasn't been the case all season, so let's get into it. Start with the first package play, RPO, whatever you want to call it. It's actually this very next play. So, as you can see here, Deebo's going to come in motion to the backfield, and he's going to swing wide. It's a package play. So they're going to run a counter. Jalen Moore, Lake and Tomlinson are both pulling GT counter this way. Samuel is running this swing, and he's going to run a bubble route. And Sanu and Brandon Aiyuk are going to be blocking these 2 defenders down here. As you can see, the cornerback makes a really good play. He's pressed. Probably shouldn't even be throwing that ball when the cornerback is pressed just because he has leverage. But I want to know why Jimmy didn't give Mitchell the ball here. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, plus the running back on this side of the formation. 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 on 3. And then you have to account for the 2 guys pulling around, who's probably going to kick out either one of these guys. And it should just be a free run. Mitchell should be able to walk into the end zone. For whatever reason, he does not give. Throws instead. And, of course, negative play just based on the alignment. Again, let's start from the top here, and let's talk about what we see, why he didn't give it. So, more often than not, on package plays, RPOs, whatever it is, you are reading either the in-man of the line of scrimmage or the hang defender right here. So, what does this guy do? If he stays and waits, then you give it. If he comes crashing down hard and he were to waterfall, fishtail, whatever you want to call it, off of the lineman, and he comes hard on Mitchell, then sure, you give it. That doesn't happen. Watch him. He waits. As soon as he shuffles his feet, he waits. That should be a give. It isn't. And honestly, this is just how the game went for the offense. All right, RPO, package play number 2. Again, we are watching this guy. If he comes crashing down, throw this screen. And this time, the 49ers are going to run now, tunnel screen. Brandon Aiyuk's going to take 1 step up. He's going to come down. Tight end is going to go kick out the corner. And you'll see these linemen are running a screen. So it's definitely some type of package play. And down here, they're going to run stretch to Hasty. And Garoppolo gives the ball this time when he shouldn't have. I know it doesn't look like he should give it, or it doesn't look like, he's carrying out any type of fake. But why else would these guys release to a screen? Even watch Alex Mack turn around. Like, whoa, what's going on here? Watch the center right here. He turns around like, oh, I got to go back. I don't think any of the linemen expected that to happen. But again, it's a numbers game. Football is a game of math. Football is a game of numbers. When you have the advantage, +1, +2, wherever it is, you take that advantage. So right here, he's the runner. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and of course 4. But let's watch how it reacts, because you're not counting these guys. You don't expect Aiyuk to be tackled in the open field from a defensive lineman. So the play is there, but the execution isn't. He has the ball right now. Aiyuk has the ball right now. Dwelly does a great job of getting to the corner. He does a great job of going flat. Look at this. If he has this pass one-on-one right here, and then you have Tomlinson coming all the way up, and the safety is 20 yards down the field. Another big play, wasted. So I'll just run it back one more time just so you can see everything going on, because as always, there's a lot going on in any NFL play, but this one stung. All right, on this play, every team in the NFL runs it. The 49ers actually ran it earlier in the game and had a first down from Deebo Samuel right here. So instead of running it every time with Deebo, they use Deebo as a decoy on this time. So Deebo runs off, and then Sherfield's going to run the bender, the over route, come across the middle right here and be wide open, or NFL open anyway. So you'll see the ball is just not out in front of him, and this has been killing the 49ers all season. So let's run it through. Just watch the play. Ball is so far behind Sherfield that he has to dive. There's nobody preventing Jimmy. There's nobody in his face. Well, I guess there is somebody in his face, but. All right, and this one was tough. And, of course, the weather and the elements played a part in some of the inaccuracy. But if you look at Carson Wentz, he didn't seem like he had any problems, or he didn't seem like he had the same level of problems as the 49ers did, both throwing and catching the ball. And Kyle Shanahan said as much after the game. All right, so this play has already worked for the 49ers, so kudos to Shanahan for going back to it. They hit it with Deebo running across the field this time. Deebo is going to be the decoy and run his man off. Trent Sherfield is going to run the over, the bender, across the field, and he really just has to beat the cornerback in a foot race because everyone else is taken care of thanks to the window dressing. This corner down here is going to be held by Elijah Mitchell running into the flat. So the window is there. There is nobody in Jimmy Garoppolo's face. However, the ball is so far behind Sherfield that he cannot make a play on it. And fortunate that, the DB isn't able to make a play or just get his hands on and make an interception. But you can see from the end zone view here that there's no pressure. There's nobody in his face. A clean pocket, just has to step up and make this throw. This is a throw you have to make in the NFL. So that ball has to be out here. Sherfield should still be running. He shouldn't have to be slowing down and sliding. Again, these accuracy problems have been an issue seemingly beyond this year. Not just 2021. It was an issue last year. There were times it was an issue in 2019, but the team was so good that they were able to mask some of these deficiencies. But that is a big play and punt. Play where it seemed like everything went well for the 49ers. Couldn't have asked for a better situation, but dropped. So Deebo Samuel, top of the screen, had problems holding on to the ball this game. Yes, he had 100 yards, but he also had a ball go in and out of his wickets for an interception. And on this play, I'm not going to say he scored, but it's definitely an explosive play. Just, again, a tunnel screen, now screen, takes one step, comes up. I want you to watch that. Look at the bodies that are out in front of him right now. So he's not in the play. He's blocked. Charlie Warner, tight end, filling in for George Kittle, just outstanding on Sunday. And then you have two defenders, 3 offensive linemen, and Deebo freaking Samuel, one-on-one essentially with a safety 20 yards down the field. You will take that matchup every day. Again, I don't want to say that he would have scored, but we've seen Deebo with the ball in his hands in wet conditions against these guys. They don't have a chance. I don't know if he's making this tackle. I don't know who's making this tackle. Deebo ran before he had the ball. Probably peeked at old number 99 there. Maybe he just got upfield, took his eyes upfield thinking that it would work. But, man, this had a huge play in the making. And again, just mistakes, drops. They have been costly all season. After the game, Joe Staley, who is really good with the media so far, he said that third down is where you find out what a quarterback is made of. It's 3rd and 8 right now. The Colts are in man coverage across the board. He is guarding him. He is guarding him. And Ross Dwelley is one-on-one with, quote-unquote, the best linebacker in the NFL, who, Laken Tomlinson, if you check out my Twitter, he blocked Darius Leonard 15 yards down the field. Now, Leonard is one-on-one with maybe the 3rd best tight end, maybe after this game, the 3rd best tight end on the 49ers. Ross Dwelley's just going to come up, run an out route. He is wide open. This 3rd down right after Deebo's drop. Just watch it play out. Clean pocket. NFL QB. Air mails. Again, I'm well aware of the conditions. But this is inexcusable. This can't happen. It was actually a nice job by Dwelley just to create separation. I thought it was a good job here at the bottom of the screen, I believe. Hasty. But you're not going to go there. There's no way you get mad at Jimmy for throwing the ball to Dwelley, who is past the sticks. And I thought Jimmy did a good job this game of not throwing to the first level wide receiver and looking to that second level. But that doesn't matter. You don't get credit for that if you don't complete the pass. 3rd and 8, you have to make this throw. The drive keeps moving. Then the 49ers can continue to run the ball with Elijah Mitchell. Maybe they hit another play action shot. Who knows? But just mistake after mistake, and this one was pretty crucial. You can see it coming out of his hands. Just looks funny, but all the time in the world, clean pocket. I feel like I've only made, a handful of videos this season, and it seems like every time we're talking about Jimmy not recognizing the underneath defender or not recognizing the defender on the other side of the formation, who in this scenario just happens to be this guy, and he makes a play on the pass. PFF charted Jimmy for 3 turnover-worthy throws. This was not one of them, even though it hit the defender right in the hands. And that also does not include his 2 interceptions as well as the fumble in the pocket. It's tough, but let's walk through it. So the Colts, they're going to lock up in man coverage on the top of the screen here. So Deebo Samuel's just going to run across the middle of the field, and you tell me when the ball should be out. Doesn't see the defender. Same old, same old. In my opinion, that ball has to be out quicker. So, rise a fake out now. Like, speed up the process. The ball has to be out right now before, he shouldn't have to cross the line of scrimmage for you to throw this pass. That ball has to be out. So, it's not. He waits. He lets Deebo cross the center. And because of that, the linebacker right there is able to make a play. The linebacker does not have to go anywhere. That's an issue right now. Let's watch it from the end zone view and see what Jimmy sees, because he has to account for the backside, which has not happened all season. Very, very fortunate there. All right, this one may hurt the most just because they finally got Brandon Aiyuk an opportunity, who I don't think played a bad game. I don't think he played poorly. It's tough to create separation when you're a wide receiver in these conditions. But Brandon Aiyuk in the slot, safety, one-on-one. He's going to run a sting route, corner post. He's going to run up, act like he's running to the corner, come back to the post, completely turns this guy around. I saw it live, and I was like, oh, man, hit him. Fortunately, Ross Dwelley has trouble blocking the edge rusher. What happens is he tries to hold up, and then he ends up getting called flag or hold. And from there, play really never stood a chance. But, I don't think Jimmy does, what he should do here either. So let's walk through it. You see Aiyuk right there. Great route. Too bad he didn't take the next step, but whatever that means. When he's one-on-one, he wins. When he's one-on-one with this type of space, I should say, he wins. He does need to be more consistent, but this is a really good route. Right here, there's, in my mind, in my head, and if I'm wrong, please let me know. I have no problem being wrong. To me, so they do a half roll right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've never seen an 8-step rollout before. So, knowing that, he doesn't have to roll that far. He doesn't have to set up. The play's there. Stop right where you are right now, knowing that we have the matchup that we want. Step up into the pocket. He's doing his job. Step up into the pocket and throw it. Fortunately, what we need to focus on is, if you're Ross Dwelley, blocking this defensive end right here, blocking the edge rusher, you do your job, make him go outside. When the quarterback is, so here's the line of scrimmage right here. Quarterback is 9, 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Most of the time, he's 5, 6, 7. So the depth from there is just going to give him, the edge rusher, an easy path. This has to be a touchdown. At high school, in college level, NFL level, every level, this play should be a touchdown. Actually, let's watch it from the end zone view, just so we get a better idea of the angles that Dwelley was working with, and if Jimmy could have stepped up. Right there, step up. Yeah, I'm really not blaming Dwelley much for this one. This is the last play that I'll show. This is the play that everybody has been armchair quarterbacking. So this is Jimmy's first interception. 3rd and 3. We've talked about this specific play and just this play in general with Jimmy and with Trey all season. So when it's 3rd down and you have an isolation route right here, you're going to take your best matchup. People are saying that be mad that he didn't throw it to Sanu because Sanu does come open, or be mad that he didn't do whatever it is. No, he's the quarterback. he makes the read before the snap. He sees that he has a one-on-one to the top of the screen, and there's no way that this guy buzzing to the flat will be able to make the play. The call is fine. This is not on Jimmy. And I don't know why people are blaming Jimmy for this interception, because the ball goes right through the hands of Deebo. Not sure what you want Jimmy to do here. If anything, be mad at Deebo for letting the ball get into his body against press coverage on 3rd and short. You have to extend your hands away, and that's just going to be the next step for Deebo to take if he's going to be able to be the receiver that the 49ers target on these routes, on these throws. So it's just going to be a maturation of Deebo taking that next step. But to me, this has nothing to do with Jimmy. He does the right play, goes to the right spot with the ball. Not sure why he's being blamed for this play. So let's run through it here. Again, they are locked up, it looks like, man coverage, at least to the top anyway. I'm not a big fan of running curl routes on 3rd and short right here. I'm not a fan of running curl routes in general just because they're so stagnant. Shanahan loves them. He loves that little swirl route, as I think Aiyuk runs to the bottom of the screen. Nope, he actually doesn't. But let's talk about that actually real quick. Aiyuk to the bottom here. Let's bring it down. You tell me, if he needs to take the next step. Widen, open. But again, we're talking about Deebo. We're talking about him making a play. And as I'm sure you're saying, let's actually go from bottom to the top. Sanu, Colts just forget to guard him. Again, he's not going to see that because Jimmy, he's thinking 1, 2, 3, ball's out. Ball's where it needs to be. Ball hits Deebo where it's supposed to in the numbers. Deebo does not make the catch. Pick 6, Jimmy gets blamed. That's not on him. As harsh as I've been on him just in this video, maybe all season, but yeah, that's how is that Jimmy's fault? The ball hits him in the hands. And yes, the DB gets his hand in there, but that's due to Deebo not extending it. Either shielding his body, using his body as a shield, or extending his arms so the DB can't make a play. But you see how far that defender buzzing out there is. So he was never going to make a play. Everything was right except for the receiver. But that's been the case all season. They can't get on the same page. One guy makes a mistake, whether it's quarterback, whether it's the blocker, whether it's the receiver, whether it's the running back. Kyle Shanahan, he has to figure it out. He has to fix this because, man, there are a lot of issues. And there is way too much talent for this offense to be looking